The search engine that's built into QuickBooks is exceptionally powerful. You will find it under the Edit menu. Please note that the search engine that comes with QuickBooks is called Find. The search feature on top is utilized with Google, and we'll discuss that in our next movie. When I select Find, it will immediately bring me to a wizard screen that'll help me find what I'm looking for. Now I would like you to note the shortcut key. This is one shortcut that I really think you should memorize. It'll make it very quick whenever you're looking for something. When I select Find, you'll notice in the background that I have two tabs, Simple and Advanced. When I go to the Simple tab, it's going to allow me to search for a particular transaction. If I'm looking for a particular invoice, all I need to do is type in that invoice number and QuickBooks will find it for me. If I do not type in an invoice number and choose Find, I will be presented with a list of all of my invoices. Now you'll notice that for any particular item, I can go to it automatically. When I close out, I'm back to my Find screen. Notice also that I can go to a report. This will give me a report of all the transactions that I can now print. Once again, back to the Find screen, where you'll notice there's Export. Export will allow me to take this list and switch it over to an Excel workbook. In Excel, of course, I can use many of the features for sorting, subtotaling, and even create a pivot table. Now the advanced feature of the search engine allows us to actually go through each individual filter and choose what we're looking for. Perhaps there's a particular memo you remember writing to a client, or certain transaction types. In each case, when you go to the pull down, you will always get a list of the applicable filter items. In this case, for a transaction, it'll ask whether I'd like a check, a deposit, or an invoice. You will also always have the opportunity to have multiple types. When I select multiples, it will now bring me to a list where I can select the items I'm looking for. When I say OK, it will of course fill in the filter section. The advanced filter, once I say Find, will give me the same features that I had in Simple. I can go to an individual item, I can go to a report, or I can export it to Excel. Also keep in mind that in the more recent versions of QuickBooks, we can now adjust our columns. This makes it quite handy when we're looking for something individually, where we can open up the fields and allow ourselves to scroll up and down. The Find within QuickBooks becomes very useful when used appropriately. Now keep in mind also that if you are on your home page and say for instance we go into Create Invoices, that you will see the Find function right there. Whenever you're in an individual form and you select Find from the menu, it'll automatically take you to the transaction search for that item. In this case, it automatically allows me to find invoices. It will, however, limit my search to invoices. If I'm looking for a sales receipt, it will not appear. Find should be one of the first things that you go to when you're looking for things in QuickBooks. It's the fastest and most effective way to search through your file.